Today we're going to be talking about the business or lean model canvas and creating the perfect business model. I'm Vandana Texali from AntCouncil.com. The lean model canvas, developed by Ash Maurya, helps you create value for your business and differentiate it from others. Ash Maurya's book, Running Lean, talks about the lean canvas. According to Maurya, most startups fail with their initial ideas or plan A. Therefore, an in-depth 60-page business model does not make sense since the initial vision is based on untested assumptions. So his concept of running lean allows you to continually test and refine your original vision through a one-page business model diagram called the lean canvas. One page is a lot easier than 60 pages, especially if you're going to be revising and changing your business model as your business develops and grows. Now we're going to be discussing the components of the lean canvas today. And he also says it's a good idea to share your one page with customers and others continually so you can address the market needs, get validation, pivot, change things as you grow. And the lean canvas allows you to test various business models and keep doing it over and over again. The lean canvas was created by Ash Maurya, and it's all outlined in his book, Running Lean. The lean canvas was taken and modified from the business model canvas created by Alexander Osterwalder, described in his book, Business Model Generation. Ash Maurya was inspired by Steve Blank's book, The 4 Steps to Epiphany. And Ash Maurya coined the term lean canvas, taken from Eric Ries's classic book, or rather inspired by his book, The Lean Startup, a classic for startups. And he says lean does not mean being cheap. So if lean does not mean being cheap, what does it mean? Well, the term lean means maximizing learning about your customers per unit time. So in faster iterations for testing a vision. Let's go into the lean canvas. First, you have your problem, solution, value proposition, competitive advantage, key metrics, distribution channels, customer segments, cost structure, and revenue streams. So these are the 9 elements when you're creating your one-page business model. So business model describes the value an organization provides in creating, marketing, and delivering value with profitable revenue streams. Let's take a look at the lean canvas by Ash Maurya, which he modified from Strategizer's business model canvas. And now you can see all the 9 elements I just talked about as part of the lean model canvas on this one page. And as a startup or a new business, you can use this one pager to create your business model. So you're not fleshing out 60 pages because your revenue streams may change, or your problem may change, or your customers. So you continually use this canvas, this lean canvas, until you really hone in on your final product or business. Let's go into the elements of the lean canvas. So the first is the problem. First, you want to identify the problem and ask yourself, what customer problem are you trying to solve? So identify 3 problems and conduct in-depth customer interviews, surveys, and workshops with your target market. You want to, at this point, ask customers what they're looking for and what problem or need do they have. And you want to build a demo to test it out, whether it's a sample prototype or perhaps just create a pilot project before you invest too much into it. I did this last year and with a certain project, and we made it a pilot project and we marketed it as just that. And it was a way to test the market and see if stakeholders were interested in it. And it looked like that they were, and so now it's going into its 2nd year. So you can also now, under identifying your problem, brainstorm a list of potential customers that you think may pay for the product. You may want to tailor the product for a particular user or customer segment that has a problem that needs to be addressed. The next part of the lean canvas is the solution. So in this part of the canvas, you want to outline what solution you're providing for a need in the marketplace. Provide a clearly defined solution for an identified need or social problem. Describe how your product, service, or business model is innovative. So do you have evidence of validation, evidence from customers, users, target recipient, or community feedback to support your assumptions that the need problem exists and your solution meets that need? So for example, you may create something that provides getting food delivered faster and cheaper than anything else out there. Or you may find a way to have cheaper and faster flights. So these are all things that people can identify with and that would want. And so we're identifying a need, and hopefully you can create that solution. The next part of the lean canvas is your value proposition or mission statement. And this is a very important part of the lean canvas. The value proposition describes the unique value of the product or brand to potential customers and is typically aligned with the company's mission statement. So you want to answer the following questions when showing how your value proposition is unique. What are you offering? So identify the product or service. What's the value of your offering? Identify the need or the problem. Who will benefit from this value? Identify the target customer and highlight the benefits. And how is your product or service different and unique from anything on the market? And here you're going to outline the values. And when you're creating your value proposition, you may want to use buzzwords or keywords like hot, fresh, performance, design, anything that you think may hook in a customer. Now, Ash Maurya recommends the book Positioning: The Battle for Your Mind by Al Ries and Jack Trout. And he recommends this book because he says it really helps with identifying your value proposition. So the next part of the lean canvas is the competitive advantage. So in this section of the lean canvas, you want to talk about how your product or service is different and unique from your competitors. You can have a competitive advantage by having a similar product with just added features and benefits, or a truly unique product that fills a need in the marketplace that's just not being filled. And so now you may have a competitive advantage for a number of reasons. For example, you may have intellectual property rights, such as a brand or proprietary information or technology, or unique partnerships, customers. You may own a copyright or a patent that gives you that extra edge. You may have insider information. You may have assets such as a manufacturing facilities, vehicles, a point of sale or distribution. You may have human capital, such as skilled human resources or scientists. You may have connections, networks, or access to a certain community, or existing customers or mentors or endorsements. You may have financial resources and guarantees. Or you may just have a great team and governance structure. All these elements could give you the competitive advantage over anyone else. The next part of the lean canvas are key metrics. Now, key metrics are going to be things that you use to determine whether your business idea is a success. Do you have a strategy or plan to clearly measure and evaluate the impact of your innovation? How are you measuring impact? How are you executing and validating your impact? So there could be a number of key metrics that you may use, such as, are you getting new customers? Do you have a market potential for your product or service? Is your marketing strategy really working? Is your product scalable in terms of geography, solutions, or across industries? Are you getting a lot of client endorsements and testimonials? Are you getting repeat customers? Have you obtained a certain level of revenues? Have you attracted investors? Are you getting repeat referrals? Are you acquiring key resources? Have you aligned yourself with key partners and made strategic alliances, whether they're competitors or non-competitors? And have you developed relationships with suppliers? Now, these are all things that can give you an idea of key metrics of whether your business idea is a success or not. The next part of the lean canvas is the distribution channels. So here, you're going to look at what distribution channels do you have to reach customers to offer your value proposition? Is it an online e-commerce store, distributors, direct retail channels, wholesale partnerships? So look at all the various channels of that you have that can reach out to customers. The next part of the lean canvas are customer segments. So here you're going to identify all your customers. Identify the customers and market size. What type of customer will buy your product? And how are you reaching the customer segments? How are your customers integrated with your distribution channels? Do your customers want a self-serve option, automated, or personal assistance? The next part of the lean canvas, cost structure. The cost structure describes all the costs associated with executing the business model. Here you want to identify all costs in realizing your business model. So, is it cost-driven? So you're keeping costs low, such as with outsourcing. Is it value-driven, such as a personalized service, as with the luxury hotel? Is it a fixed cost, such as salary, rent, or manufacturing? Is it variable, such as dependent on volume? Or is it based on economies of scale? So with a bulk purchase, you lower your cost per unit. The last part of the lean canvas is the revenue stream. The revenue streams are the cash generated from the customers. So identify your economic and financial model. What are your financial projections, funding plan, and roadmap to financial sustainability? So here you're going to identify all the costs in realizing your business model and look at what will customers actually pay. You also want to identify your pricing structure. Is it subscription-based, such as gym or software? Is it fixed? Is it such as a one-time transaction fee, recurring? Is it based on usage, such as a hotel? Is it based on licensing? So a lot of media and technology companies, for instance, will license. And for example, licensing music. Is it based on renting, such as a car rental? Is it leasing, such as office space or equipment? Is it an outright purchase of an asset, such as a physical product? Or is your revenue stream based on a broker or advertising fees? So these are all the different things that you want to look at to see how cash is being generated for your business. So those are the 9 elements of the lean canvas. And if you want to obtain the sample lean canvas that we showed at the beginning of this presentation, you can go to www.encouncil.com/blog/pitch-deck. And I'm Vandana from encouncil.com. Thank you very much.